What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Let's get right into it, and today is a video for beginners and it has some tips that beginners need to know, and let's just get right into it. So when you start ant keeping, then first you need a queen ant, obviously. Well, when you get a queen ant, you need to get it from either like the internet or a store you find, or at nuptial flight season. Nuptial flight season is a time of year where a species of ants decides it's time for a mating flight. Now all of the queen ants fly out the nest with the males. The males are small wings and the queens are massive, and they mate in the air. Then the males die and the queens drop to the ground and break off their wings. After they break off their wings, they start digging a chamber. This is called a founding chamber. And when they dig that chamber, they'll start laying eggs in it. And when those eggs hatch, they turn into larvae. Those little white things are larvae. And then after that, they will spin cocoons. When they spin the cocoon, it will take weeks to 3 months, depending on the species, for that cocoon to hatch. Now, the fact is, it depends on the species and how big that species is. The bigger the species, the longer it takes for the cocoons to hatch and just the rest of the brood to develop. And the brood is the baby ants, which is those little white things that the workers are taking care of. When a new queen has her first workers, they are called niditics. And the niditics are smaller and weaker because they are founded and brought up on the queen's wing muscle, because she breaks off her wings after she mates and flies to the ground and makes a chamber. She breaks off her wings so she doesn't need her wing muscle. She breaks it down inside her and feeds it to her growing larvae. Now, if it was the first generation, those little black parts in the larvae, those would be, the queen's wing muscle. But because it's not the first generation, that's food I've given them, like protein and sugars, carbohydrates and stuff. Now you can see the queen has some scars where her wings used to be. Those flying ants, those are all queen ants. And after one of those big ant flights, you'll see these little guys running about. Not the workers, this big queen that they're protecting. When you buy ant nests for your queen ants, it can't be too big. If they don't fill up at least half of it, then I recommend you don't put it in there, because mold can grow, and that will cause your colonies to die. And the mold grows because they have too much space and they make a trash pile inside the nest, which molds and it kills them eventually. So if they're not filling up halfway, then I don't recommend. Now they are not filling this test tube up halfway, but with test tubes it's different, because this is basically the smallest thing you can found them in. It's closest to their founding chamber and a similar size, nearly the exact same size. And this red film I've got here, if you put it over them, most ants can't see through red light, so I could put it over them and film them, and they wouldn't be able to see me. It would be completely black for them, completely dark. And I'm not putting it over them because I want to get a good shot for you guys. Now, the queen's gaster, that back part that's big, the right back, the big bottom part of the queen, the big thing, that's the queen, that means, well, the bigger it is, it doesn't mean it's storing food, it's eggs. The food is what the workers store. They have two stomachs. Their personal stomach to them, and their social stomach to share with the colony. Because they can't always bring the food item back to the nest, or it would take too long and it would get stolen by different colonies. That's why they have two stomachs. Now, I'll make an update to this soon, possibly today. Now, goodbye everybody. Peace.